Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a wild ride. Hey, Black Geologist, thanks for 37 months. Thank you. Also, earlier, who was it? Selt, thank you so much for the 17 months. My goodness. Thank you so much, Selt. That's excellent. Hi. I'm feeling okay right now. Larry, I've never been more over it in my entire life. I've never been more over it. Over it was like a week ago. Now I'm like, yeah, I was like, you know what? The nausea hasn't hit me yet. And we can have a little chat. I'm just so fucking bored. Like I'm not, my family are visiting right now, which sucks. They're like driving to Mount Fuji today and I can't go. I've had it up to, it's through the roof. I have not passed anything. I can tell you the story. Terry, thank you so much for the 8 months. Jazium, thank you so much for the 41 months. What's a towel month? What is the towel? Yeah. Yeah, the timing is so dumb. The timing is so dumb. But it also kind of worked out with Natasha being here. Danilian, thank you so much for the 11 months. So, okay. Remember last stream, I looked at my phone and I was like, nah, I think it's good to share because I had no idea what it felt like or anything. We're gonna go TMI. I'm gonna tell you everything while I eat some snow peas because I can't, my appetite is so fucked. So, me, TMI? Never. Alright, here's doxing my kidneys. 100%. So, hi, oh my god. Oh my god. It's actually clinically good for me to be dancing right now. Legitimately. Thank you so much for the 20 subs, Highwin. That's so kind. Thank you. Yeah, literally, when I don't feel like throwing up, I'm dancing. No joke. I'll tell you about it as we go. So, remember last stream, I looked at my phone and I was like, oh shit, Natasha's here, I gotta go. I was lying because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't want to be too open with what was going on. I woke up that day and I was like, something feels wrong, but I don't know what it is. I was like, something is not feeling good. I didn't know what it was. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the doctor, but I'll just like do the stream really quick. It's not too bad right now. I'm just gonna, the doctor doesn't open till 9:30 anyway. Yeah, but I was like chatting to you guys and then I was like, I have to go right now. I'm really not feeling good. Something is really, really, really wrong. Yeah, Natasha never visited. It was just a kidney stone. No, she did visit. She did. But I was like, I gotta go right now. So I stopped the stream, got myself together as quickly as possible, went to a clinic that was close by, and in the waiting room, I was like, oh my god, I think I have to call an ambulance. I've never been, I was sweating, I couldn't sit still, the pain in my back was crazy. And I was like, oh my god, I think I have to, I can't do this. I can't just, I don't know what's happening. And then, yes, don't worry. Okay, if I need advice, I will ask for it. But there are many, many reasons behind kidney stones. I'll just say now, I'm trying to collect the kidney stones so I can go get it analyzed to find out what the origins of it is. It can be calcium, it can be sodium, it can be hereditary, it can be a bunch of different things. It can be water intake, even though I am a water girly. I do drink a fuck ton of water. So for now, I'm a doctor, just wanted to help. Thank you. So I'm going to a urology specialist tomorrow. That is true. You are a doctor. Okay. Yeah. It's just there's a lot of different things that can be the cause. Thank you, Sobering, for the 20 bits. And no, drinking not enough water gives you kidney stones. So yeah, I'm just gonna, even if you're a doctor, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I'm just gonna be finding out exactly what the cause is of mine, because also I am coming from a history of having issues with eating and restriction. And so to have all these food groups restricted, you know, there's things online telling to reduce like heaps of different things. Whereas it's like, okay, if red meat, my iron deficiency is like, you should be eating red meat. And then I've read that red meat can cause kidney stones. You know, there's so many different things. So I just want to be a bit careful going forward with, with what is the actual cause and what I need to work on going forward or everything. So, you know, I've been nauseous for a week, basically. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the story, but yeah, that's where I'm at with suggestions. Unless the suggestions are for current things, like I've had a lot of suggestions for pain relief and how to help them pass and stuff. But if it's for stuff moving forward, I'm going to be dealing with that, first of all, with a professional in person, and then if I'm open to suggestions, that kind of stuff. I am doing my own research. I am seeing doctors, so yeah, just going to put that out there. Anyway, I did get nausea medication. It did not work. But I'm feeling okay right now, which is very exciting. Okay is like a pretty broad statement. So, yes, I've actually got a heating pack on my back right now. I've got a heating pack. So I went to the doctor. In the waiting room, I was like, holy shit, I think I have to call an ambulance. I don't know what's going on and I'm in a lot of pain. And then finally I got through to the doctor and we were chatting and stuff, and we did like a pee test and I had a UTI. That's what it feels like. And it was like, yeah, I think you've got a UTI, so I'll prescribe you some medication. I was like, I think I might have like a kidney infection or something. I think something's wrong with my kidney. And this guy was like 100 years old. And he looked at me and he was like, you'd be in more pain if you had something wrong with your kidney. Not once did he ask me my pain levels. He didn't do anything. I'm like, did you expect me to be on the floor? Like screaming? What did you expect? Like, I was at the point of almost calling an ambulance, but I like the pain downplay. I was like, you fucking piece of shit. Well, you'd be in more pain. I'm like, I've never been in this much pain in my life. Like, it's like, I almost called an ambulance. Yeah. So they fucking hate giving out drugs. That's a whole thing. So, yeah, I was like, oh no, actually, I am in a lot of pain. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, man, it's really bad. He was like, okay, well, I still don't think you have a kidney infection, but these antibiotics will help even if you do have a kidney infection. And I was like, cool, I'll take that as long as it helps what I think is a kidney infection, because I had a kidney infection when I was younger. It was like, I had a UTI and I was like, well, it's just normal to have a UTI. I'll just drink a bunch of water. There's blood in my pee, but you know, that's normal for a UTI. It's not. If you have a UTI, go to the doctor immediately. I like passed out on Christmas Day when I was younger and I was like, I don't know what's wrong. I just have a UTI and I'm pissing blood. It's normal, right? But I had a kidney infection. So I thought it was that again. So I got home. The pain was so bad. Like, I was pacing up and down the house. No matter what I did, I couldn't get the pain to stop. And I took the medication and I was like, holy shit. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna... And then the pain went away. And I was like, okay. Guess the meds worked. Guess everything's fine. Okay. And then I felt 100% okay. And I was like, right. Like 50% blood in your pee is totally normal. Like you don't have to worry about it. No worries, thank you. I am a huge fan of these glasses. They're very good. Very good. So then I was like, cool. And then Natasha arrived like 10 minutes later. And I was like, girl, you just missed some crazy shit. But I feel great now. I feel totally fine. And she was like, great. We went out for lunch. We went for a walk. We chatted. We went and bought ingredients to make dinner. We came back to my place. I made dinner. It was like a cream spaghetti with a fettuccine with the scallops and asparagus. It was great. And then I was like, hold on, I think the pain's coming back a little bit. Let me just take that medication again. And I just popped a loxaprophen, drank some water, and I was like, cool, this worked last time. This will be great. And I was like, hold on, it's not working. Oh, hold on, something is wrong. And then within like 5 minutes, I was on the floor, just not in control of my sounds. I was sweating. I was throwing up. I started throwing up violently. The eye of the kidney stone storm. I was throwing up. I was just sweating. And Natasha kept being like, just wait 5 minutes for the painkiller to kick in. Just wait 5 minutes. I was throwing up. I'm like, it's gone now. The painkiller is in the toilet. Like, we have to, I was like, call 911. I was literally Skrillex moment, call 911 now. And yeah, the pain is just so crazy. It's so crazy. It felt like I'd been shot in the kidney, but like actively, like the bullets, like, it was, I was like yelling and moaning and screaming, and I was like, oh my god, like I couldn't, yeah, I'm like, is it my appendix? I think it's my kidney. Like, what? Yeah, it was like a sentient bullet made of corners. Just Katamari Damacy in my kidney. Just like going like that. And so called 911. Well, it's 119 here. It's not 911. 119. And then like time became so, it was slow, but it was not real. And so after a while, I was like, I actually wondered, I was like, what do people feel like when they're gonna die? Because this is, I can't imagine more pain than this, but I don't feel like I'm gonna die. I have like bad nausea, by the way, so if I'm like just going like, ugh, that's what's going on. Yeah. Gallbladder stones, I hear, are very similar too. I'm sorry you went through a Jazzy. I would not wish this on anybody. I wanted to pass out. I'm like, at what point do you reach a pain level where your body passes out? Because I was waiting. I'm like, body, it doesn't get worse than this. Like, it can't actually get worse than this. What? Can you turn off? Can you just shut it down? You passed the kidney stone. Wow, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That's fucked up. But yeah, and so I heard the ambulance pull up, Natasha grabbed all my shit, and we just ran outside, because I could move, but I was like, ha, ha, ha. And I went downstairs, and they were like, oh, you're here. I'm like, get me in the ambulance. I got in the ambulance, and I just was sweating and moaning. You know, I'm in the street just like, ah. Like, just... Yeah, it's the pain is so hard to truly describe. Yeah. They're just so crazy. So I was in the ambulance. They were asking me lots of questions, and I was like, I couldn't. And I couldn't. Well, no, I did very well. I told them everything that I could. And I was like, I have a UTI. I think something's happening with my kidney. Just give me a second. I think something's happening with my kidney. They were trying to find a hospital. They were like, oh, this is the usual hospital. The beds are full. Literally, they're like, what's your pain at? I'm like, 10. It actually can't be worse. This is it. Like, and it was weird. It kind of felt like I was gonna give birth in a way. There's like those waves of pain. I'm gripping onto like the metal railings, just like riding the waves. I kind of felt like labor, even though I haven't been through labor. And when I got to, they finally found a hospital and took me to the hospital. And when I got there, they, yeah, there are a lot of parallels between kidney stones and childbirth. And I will say, I put it out to all my followers on Instagram, and I did have like 15 to 20 women tell me that they would rather childbirth again than kidney stones, and that kidney stones were worse than childbirth. I did have one woman say that childbirth was worse than kidney stones. It depends on your birth experience. It depends on your kidney stone experience. But the vast majority of women that replied to me preferred childbirth over kidney stone. And so it wasn't as bad. But I guess the thing is, like, you don't have to raise a kidney stone after you pass it. I hope. I don't know yet. I haven't passed mine. Well, 1 in 10 women, apparently is the statistic, experience kidney stones. My husband had a kidney stone. He said it was the worst pain he's felt in his life. It was too big to pass, so they used a procedure of shockwaves to break it up. It's called lithotripsy. I've read this so many times, I've never said it out loud. Lithotripsy. No, lithotripsy. Lithotripsy. Yeah. So mine is smaller. It's apparently able to pass. It's like 3 millimeters. It's not the biggest stones you can get. So they didn't offer anything, but I'll get there. So went through into the emergency room. At one point they did take some pee to test if I was giving birth. I was pregnant. They didn't tell me that, but Natasha saw them and heard them do it, so I got there. They couldn't find a vein to put an IV drip in. My veins are quite small, and so they tried in the back of my hand twice, and 4 times in my arm, and then when they finally got in one, they were just like in the same hole trying to find the vein. But honestly, it was a relief having needles in my arm, and it was a relief throwing up, because it just, the body stopped thinking about the pain so much. It was like, oh, I'm throwing up now, and I was like, yeah, again. The distraction was crazy. Yeah, the needle was fine. I was like, yeah, like it hurt a lot. You know, they're shoving a needle around in there, but it distracted from that pain, which was great. It was so good. And so they found a vein. The thing is, in Japan, this is what I've learned. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But yeah, these are raw. I literally stomaching anything is we're doing great with these. We're having breakfast. We're doing it. So they found a vein, hooked me up to some fluids. And because Japanese medication is all under like health insurance, they truly have to start from the ground up with the weakest shit to see if it works. They have a lot of protocols they need to go through, and they have a lot of time they need to wait to see if certain medications work before they're allowed to give the next one. That's what I believe the situation is. Because, I mean, I am happy that they don't overprescribe medication, and we don't have to deal with, like, I don't know if there's, like, addiction to prescription medication much here, because they don't give you such a huge amount, and they don't prescribe really, really high painkillers. But that means you go through a lot of fucking pain. So, yeah, they started pretty fucking low. And I was just in the bed writhing in pain, like trying to. That's actually a great idea, Akira. That's really good. No more needles. I'll tell you if a needle comes up. And so I was just writhing in pain, gripping onto the sides of the bed. I was so loud. I was just yelling. I couldn't stop. Like, it was I was shaking. Like, my whole body was shaking. I'm not sure what was in the drip. I'm not sure. And then they were like, okay, we're gonna take you for a CT scan. And they're taking me through the hospital. I'm like, oh my god. And they're like, okay, arms up, banzai! And I was like, banzai! Banzai! They're like, okay, don't move. And I went from like writhing, and I'm just there like, trying not to move. My arms up. Fucking banzai! And they took a CT scan. And I just was, yeah. I was in the bed. They came back eventually, and they were like, okay, we found that you have 3 kidney stones. And I was like, okay. And they're like, this is one of the worst pains known to humans. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. They're like, okay, so we're just gonna try and control the pain. That's all we can do. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, how long does it take to pass it and stuff? They're like, oh, it can take like weeks. Like a month. And they didn't say like the pain doesn't last that long. I just was like, I thought that I had to be in that level of pain for weeks. I felt so validated. I felt so validated. I don't know why I'm speaking German. I know. I want to fucking yell at that doctor. Yeah, like I thought it would last for a month. I was like, I told him, I'm like, I can't do that. A month? I can't do that. I won't be able to do that. They're like, oh, well, you gotta try. They didn't say, like, this pain will be a huge bit right now and then it'll get better. But yeah. So, I had the drip and I just was yelling for hours. After, like, maybe 2 hours of being there, they're like, we have a higher painkiller, but we will have to put it inside your butt. And I was like inject in the ass or like inside my butt? And they're like, inside your butt. And I was like, put it in my ass. So I was like, I will do anything. I will do anything to get some pain relief. And then they put it in my butt, and it did nothing. It did nothing. Why are they trying to get me like that? It probably wasn't even painkillers. They were just like, we want to put a finger in her butt. Yeah, it did absolutely nothing. It didn't feel painful. Pain meant nothing. It was fine. I was going through a worse time. Finger in my ass, a distraction from what was really going on, you know? It does take your mind away from everything for a second. You go, whoa! And then you're right back in it. So, yeah, it distracted me for maybe 1 second. And then I was back on it. But that second was nice, question mark. There was a finger in my ass, so. Anyway, this is TMI. So, I writhed around. At this point it was getting really late. I was like, I have to get the pain any bit lower so I can pass out because I'm so exhausted. I was so exhausted. And they just kept, they kept giving me a little thing and then they'd go for a walk. And like an hour later, like I'd still be in the bed just moaning because they'd just given me time to see if the painkiller would work or whatever they're doing. I was there for like 5 hours. No painkillers working. And eventually they came to me and they were like, okay, so we can give you a stronger painkiller, but you will have to be hospitalized. And I was like, I want to be hospitalized. Hospitalize me. Holy shit, please. Why didn't we start with this? We could have started with this. And so, yeah, they chucked in a new bag of something. Yeah, it literally took 5 hours. I was so fucking tired. And it was so painful. And they gave me this drip. And I was like, I could feel myself starting to fall asleep, but the pain was still there. And I was like, oh, it's almost there. And then eventually, I had to sign my name. I had to sign my name. With like the drip in my arm and everything. And I was like, to like agree that I'm gonna be hospitalized. It wasn't like heavenly. It just was like, yeah, I mean, I guess the feeling was like, thank God, as my body like started to drift into sleep. And they wheeled me into this room. And I was like going around like, because it was still painful. Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of myself for doing it all in Japanese. And my brain was like not good. But yeah, I went into the room and then they had the drip in me and I fell asleep. I woke up twice in the night from the pain coming back, but I could call the nurse and they upped the painkillers again, thank God. But yeah, it was really, really painful. Even after that, I woke up and there was just like a deep ache, but it wasn't at the forefront, but it was just a deep ache. I woke up. This lady came into my room. She's like, hello. It was breakfast time. Oh, breakfast is gonna happen in like half an hour. I was like, okay. And then they brought me some breakfast. And I ate like a few bites. And then, yeah, they were like, well, let's show you around the hospital. And I got up and I was walking around and they were like, here's the bins, here's the vending machine. That was one crazy thing. I was like, can I have some water? She was like, oh, I can take you to go buy some water. I'm like, you don't supply water? I had to go buy. We went for a walk to go buy some water. I was like, why do you guys have water? What about people who are here for a long time and they can't get up? Do you force them to go to the vending machine? What the hell? They're very overly cautious with painkillers. Very, very cautious. I mean, the water was 100 yen, so it's a good water deal. I had to go buy water. Also, the whole time, you know, I was getting in the ambulance and Natasha was like, here's some water. And they're like, she's not allowed to drink water. She's not allowed. I think that's like protocol just before they find out what's wrong. But then they never told me I was allowed to drink water again. And for this, it's really important to be drinking water. And at no point were they like, yeah, you should be drinking more water. Just in case you need surgery. But at no point I was told that it's okay to drink water again. And eventually after like 4 hours, like, can she drink water? She's like, oh yeah, she should be drinking water. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, like, literally after going through the worst pain of my entire life, then getting my wallet out, finding 100 yen. And then holding onto the IV drip bag and like going down the hallway to get my bottle of water. Yeah, what if I never received permission to drink water? You had 1 stone when you went in, they dehydrated you into 2 additional stones. Oh, what the hell? That's awful, Terry. Now, I was in my clothes. I was wearing like a crop top shirt. I was in my comfy home clothes. I also had my shoes. Thank God I had sandals. Because otherwise I would have had to put on like boots or something every time I wanted to go anywhere. But I got my water. I really liked my nurse. She was so cute. She actually lives 1 minute away from me. So I'm hoping we run into each other on the street so we can be friends. She was so cute. She was great. Yeah, what if you don't have money? They're like, do you have your, okay, we need your health insurance card. I'm like, thank God Natasha grabbed my bag and everything. Like, what if, you know? Yeah, honestly, I don't mind that I had to buy water for the price that it cost me. So, yeah, I got some water. Went back to bed and just like napped on and off. Or they brought breakfast. I got back in bed. And then the doctor came. And this is where my Japanese just failed me. He was like, you're good to go home. I didn't know if he was saying you should go home. But he was like, you can stay longer, but the hospital closes tomorrow and the day after and the day after, so you won't be able to pay, so you have to come back in 4 days to pay for your treatment. And I was like, huh? And so I just like, I luckily, thank God, there was a Family Mart in the hospital. So most hospitals in Japan that I've experienced have a convenience store inside the hospital. So I didn't have my phone wasn't charged. And so I had my wallet with me, thank God. And I went just down to Family Mart. I had all these like patches on me and stuff, and I was just like wandering into the Family Mart, like trying to find a phone charger. And the phone chargers were so low down, I was like, if I bend down, I'm gonna throw up. Like trying to get down to see what type of phone chargers they were, and I was like, bleh. Yeah, I managed to find a phone charger. All the outlets except for one were like, don't use this outlet in the hospital. And then I'm like, the last one that didn't have that, I was like, please don't do anything bad. But yeah, I charged my phone. And so I got confused and I was really out of it. You know, I just had a really intense time. They're like, you can go home. And I thought that meant you need to go home right now. And so I just packed up my bag and I was walking down the corridor and this lady came up to me, she's like, where are you going? And I was like, I think I'm supposed to go home right now, but I don't know. And I'm confused. And she was like, let's get you back to the room. And I was like, okay. And she like took me back to the room and put me back in the bed. And I was like, the doctor told me I could go home, but I don't know what's going on. And she was like, okay, let me go check for you. And I was like, thank you. Just this lost foreigner in the corridors, trying to find where I am, what's going on. So, talked to the doctor. Yeah, the nurses were super lovely. They were great. And also, even though the service was slow, all the doctors were nice. And by slow, I mean, you know, they had to check all the painkillers were gonna work and shit, so. Yeah. The doctors took out my IV. They were like, cool, you're good. You're good. You can go home. And I was like, really? It doesn't feel like it. Also, I didn't know shit about kidney stones. So I was like, I don't know if that pain's gonna come back. And if that pain comes back, you know, you can't. I'm like, do I just call an ambulance again, go through the entire thing and wait 5 hours for pain medication? Like, what am I supposed to, you know, I didn't understand what was going on. The thing is, they might have told me stuff and I might have missed it. That's what sucks. I have not passed them yet. I have not. So, eventually I had a chat to them and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait until about 5 p.m. and then I'm gonna go home. Because I just want to give it a bit more time just so I feel a bit more okay. And just want to see if the pain comes back or anything, just to feel a bit more stable. They're like, okay, go for it. So I just was lying there. I fell asleep. And then they're like, wake up! They're like, ah! And they're like, you need to go give your health insurance to the front desk. I was like, right now? They're like, yeah. No, wait. In 10 minutes. And I was like, oh. So I like got up and I went to the elevator. I went down to the first floor and I was like, okay. I was like, hey, here's my health insurance. They're like, okay, perfect. Go over to the next window and you can pay for your stay. I was like, oh, okay, I'm here until 5 o'clock. They're like, yeah, that's fine. But you gotta pay right now. And I was like, okay. And then I got the bill. And the bill was really good, honestly. Although I don't get the big pain meds straight away, and you know, it's all in Japanese, it cost me 28,000 yen, which is nothing. Like, for hospitalization, that's great. Thank you so much for the 200 bits. Welcome to the Kidney Stone Club. I got mine at San Diego Comic-Con and ended up in the ER overnight before day 1, discharged at 6 a.m. and showed up at the con at 10 a.m. So this is what I'm really struggling with. Yeah, 280 Canadian, 200 US dollars. Yeah, 28,000 yen. For hospitalization, for overnight, like the night ambulance fee, for all the medication, for the meals, everything was like 28,000 yen, which is, I think, crazy. I think that's very, very good. And even though the healthcare, I do wish different things with the healthcare here sometimes, but the price, very happy with it. Thank you so much, Stephen, for the 100 bits. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's totally free in other countries. I know, like, you know, every time I fucking talk about medical fees, I know exactly what people are gonna say. Americans are going to be like, holy shit, we wish we had that. And then Europeans are going to be like, well, we may get it for free. I'm like, yep. Everything's different all over the world. I'm generally happy with how much I had to pay. In comparison to how things can be in the world, I'm happy with the amount I had to pay. Yes, I do pay health insurance. You know, I'm happy with it. It's fine. But, yeah. How to tell someone's nationality based on medical fee reactions. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I feel like in the US I'd have to take out like a loan plan to pay back that shit. So, yeah. I had a female patient with kidney stones and I went to her home to treat her. She could only rest with EV pain medication twice a day. It's really painful. Yeah. But yeah, I think that it's a very reasonable amount of money to pay. So, yeah, I paid. I went up to my little bed. Also, one fucked up thing I will say is when we went to the emergency room, I was barely with it. I was just trying to survive. But there was a surgery room that had no door. I don't know if it's because like they needed aircon to get to that room or what the situation was. There was a guy having open head surgery in full view. MJ Ponce, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. And it's like, a door would probably be a good investment. Just to have that separate. That was the one thing I was like, I don't think we should be seeing this guy have his head operated on. And then the next day, I realized, I was like, I don't know if the pain's coming back. I didn't ask any questions to the doctor. I'm just so confused. So I went on the wild goose chase of trying to find the doctor that I talked to that morning to see if he could tell me what to expect with kidney stones. So I went all over the hospital trying to find him, found him, and as I found him, the guy who had the head surgery went by in a wheelchair. I was like, hey, it's the guy. that's the guy that had his head operated on. So he's fine. He made it. He's just being wheeled around. He has no idea that I know him, that I've seen him in a very intimate surgery moment. But I was like, yay, he's okay. That was so bizarre. I didn't see any details. Also, it was far away, but I saw his face. So I was like, I saw his face and then he was being operated on that was kind of covered by a body a bit, but I was just like, straight up, there's his face, you know? But I was so out of it, I was like, is that guy getting brain? Is that guy getting brain surgery right now? Oh, man. But yeah, I talked to the doctor and I was like, hey, I didn't understand the explanation earlier. I'm scared that the pain's going to come back because I don't know anything about kidney stones. Is there any more information on what the rest of the process is like? And he was like, he went and printed out a thing, gave it to me, and then he was like, basically, you're through the worst of it, where you gotta wait for it to pass. But the only reason it would happen, more pain would happen, is if there's a stone that we don't know about, and there's always a chance of that. So yeah, it could happen again, but the pain will be less now. I was like, cool. My stone, they said it's about 3 millimeters. So definitely not the biggest one. I had a lot of people messaging that they had much bigger ones. If you have bigger ones, they can break them up with sound waves, or do surgery if they're really big. I am gonna save it because you can take it to a specialist and they can tell you what it's made up of, which can help you know what you need to do in the future to avoid them, like certain things in your diet or, you know, things like that can help prevent them in the future. But there are so many things that you're told to cut out, like, but if you can narrow those things down, that would be great, because I don't want to cut out so many foods in my life without knowing exactly what it is that caused them. Yeah, so you do pee out a kidney stone. You pee them out. But the thing is, so I'm learning about collecting the stones online. They didn't give me a net or anything. Everyone messaged me like, are you using the sieve that they gave you? And I'm like, no, because they didn't give me a sieve. So I luckily have a sieve of the right size that will be going in the trash after this experience. But I'm just DIYing it. I'm gonna find a clinic and be like, chill me. I'm hoping if I can pass it by tomorrow. So I'm going to a specialist tomorrow because it's been a week basically I finished up there. They gave me like a few painkillers, but luckily I still had some painkillers from the doctor for the UTI. Then yeah, the pain it's not nice. It's like a very dull but strong lower back pain. Sometimes it goes away and I'm like, oh my God, like right now I'm not having pain and it's so exciting. In the evening, usually it's like, yeah. So it's still, I believe, in the tract, which sucks. The main issue I'm having is nausea. So the tract that the stone's in shares a nerve with the GI tract, and that can cause nausea. And holy shit, like I've been, like I try to go out and do stuff with my family. I go out and I take them to like a local restaurant and then I'm like, I have to go. I've been enjoying some ginger. Also, I will say I mix lemon juice into the water. That's a big thing that people say is the citrates. Easton Shiro, thank you so much for 23 months. Like, citrates break down kidney stones or help them get dissolved. Yeah, right? It's the nausea that's... If it was pain, I'd be like, maybe it just got a little torn up in there. But it's... The nausea is... It's not queasiness from the pain, because even if I'm not in pain, I'll still have the nausea. Which is really... It's kicking my butt. The thing is, did you guys know about Thunder Mountain being really good for passing kidney stones? So Thunder Mountain in Disneyland, a lot of people reported having kidney stones pass after riding Thunder Mountain. And a urologist made a fake tract and put a stone in it, and he did a bunch of tests on Thunder Mountain. If you ride at the front, there's only a 6% chance that your kidney stone's going to pass. If you ride at the back, there's a 64% chance that your kidney stone will pass if you ride Thunder Mountain. I'm going to Disney Sea on Friday if I can get my nausea under control. If I can't get my nausea under control, I don't think I can go on any fucking roller coasters. But Disney Sea doesn't have Thunder Mountain. Disneyland has Thunder Mountain. But they do have roller coasters. Tom Sutton, thank you so much for the 7 months. Right? They should have a roller coaster in the hospital. Yeah, it's weirdly perfect timing if I can figure out the nausea. It's kind of funny because, like, also people recommend a lot of movement. And so I'm dancing. Anytime I don't have nausea, I'm throwing myself around, trying to get any movement going, trying to get it moving a bit. Ugh. So it's like the worst pain of your life, and then it forces you to dance and go on roller coasters. You know? But yeah, I'm hoping I can get the nausea done. I'm gonna see what they say tomorrow. I feel like the specialist is gonna be like maybe we might do a CT scan. I've done so many fucking CT scans, which is not good for me. But they're gonna do a CT scan probably, and then be like, okay, this is where the stone's at. It's moving fine. It's just taking some time. Wish I had a trampoline. I have been jumping. But yeah, 36 years old, they still haven't had kidney stones. People go their whole life without having kidney stones. Mine's not hereditary, I believe. My parents have never had kidney stones. Sister's never had kidney stones. Most of my friends have never had kidney stones. But 1 in 10 women will experience kidney stones in their life. So, yeah. The thing is, like, you know, there is a lot of things... AM, chill out, man, chill out. You know, there's a lot of things. I drink a lot of fucking water. I'm a water girly. I'm chugging that shit. There's a lot of reasons why you can get kidney stones. you know, people message me. They're like, you haven't been drinking your water. I'm like, I fucking drink water. I love water. Not anymore. Now I fucking hate water. The amount of water I'm drinking right now makes me want to jump off the balcony. I'm so sick of water. Then there's sodium, then there's too much spinach, then there's too much milk. There's a lot of different things. There's hereditary stuff. There's kids can get kidney stones. There are kids that get kidney stones, you know? I'm being very careful because I mentally have a way of being like, it's my fault because I did this. And I just want to find out what the facts are and then change what I need to change. If that's the case, but there's a lot of different reasons why people get kids are kidney stones. So yeah, I'm just gonna be figuring it out. And also there was a guy who did carbon testing on some shit. He tested his kidney stone and it was 17 years old. So it's like, at what point in my life did the stones form? What was I eating at that point in my life? You know, yeah. It's like spinach isn't bad, but if you eat a lot of it, it's like oxalates and some shit. There's a lot of reasons why people can get kidney stones. So before I try to make drastic changes, because I started reading about everything and then I went to the supermarket and I was like, oh, I can't have that, I can't have that, I can't have that. And that's not a great place for me to be at. I'd like to know a bit more specifically what it is specifically for me that is going to help me move forward. Then I will work on that. But I'm not just going to be cutting out every single thing that people tell me to cut out, because that is a lot of shit. And yeah. But I mean, you know, right now all I'm managing is like boiled vegetables. It's calcium, yeah. Some of them are calcium based, some of them are something else. I'm not a professional. I've just been doing a lot of reading. But yeah, definitely hoping that a specialist is going to help me with more info. Because it's been a week and the pain is still there and the nausea is still there. And I went to the local doctor again yesterday because I was having to cry because I was like, this fucking sucks. I was feeling a lot worse yesterday than I am today. I'm feeling quite a bit better today. So I'm like, let me see, where is it at? I went back to the doctor. Unfortunately, it wasn't the same doctor. I was gonna rip into him, but it was a different doctor this time. I would have been like, yo, so I would have been in more pain, huh? It was 3 kidney stones, asshole. But I saw the nurse, and the nurse was like, hey, so how's it going with the UTI? Like, are you still in pain or anything? And I was like, it was 3 kidney stones. And she was like, no! And I was like, yeah. She's like, and she was doing tests and stuff, and then she was like, I've had 2. I was like, you've had 2? She was like, yeah. She's like, they're so bad. She's like, I was in so much pain. I called the ambulance and I couldn't stand. And I was like, yeah, fucking sucks. Yeah. And if I don't find out what the exact cause is or anything, I'm doing things in my own life for my own health, you know. It's nobody's business. Yeah. Enjoying a bit more. Okay. Give me 1 sec. My dad needs... I can't remember. He's asking to send a pin for the yakitori place. We had breakfast on the way to Fuji. I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know what that was. Yeah. Yeah, true. I don't know. It would be Iko. Iko kidney stone. That's a good pit stop along the way that we went to. My pain level, no worries. My pain level is really low right now. I took a painkiller before going to bed last night. Last night it was, I would say a 5. 5, or it was, yeah, I would say a 5, maybe 5.5. But now I don't have any pain. My discomfort is like a 4 or 5. So it's okay right now, but throughout the day it's like whoa. Never been back up to a 10 since that thing. Street foods. Oh yeah, that is the pit stop. Okay, let me just get this info for my dad. 1 sec. Think about we, think about whoa. Think about we, think about whoa. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Hold on, let me just double check. Is this the right one? Oh, this might not be the right one. Anybody drive in Japan? Anybody know about the pit stops on the way to Fuji? There's like a specific pit stop I want my... Oh, wait, is that it? Ah, wait, I found it, never mind. Don't worry about it. I got it. Okay. I'm not a pin number, no, just a pin. Yeah, so yeah, my pain is low right now. My nausea is pretty low for how it has been. Last night I couldn't talk. The nausea was so bad and the pain got bad again that I was like, I couldn't get words out. So today I will be doing more dancing, more moving around when the nausea allows it. And yeah, basically, yeah, I went to the doctor yesterday and I was like, do you have nausea medication I can have, like painkillers? And he was like, well, the painkillers you're on, I'm like, those are the ones that are working, the other ones didn't work. He's like, the ones you're on, if you take too many, can damage your GI tract. So I don't want to prescribe you too many. But he was like, I'm gonna send you to a specialist. So I'm going tomorrow. I've got 2 days worth of painkillers, but I'm taking them only when I need them. So I've only had to take 1 so far, but yeah, this fucking sucks. This truly sucks terribly. I'm very done. I don't know what this year has been about. I think it's oh, you're all good. Have a great time. I can't go on a fucking drive with my family to Fuji. That's so sad. Seriously, thank God I'm not at the old apartment. Thank God. Like here, I can go for a walk to the combini if I need something. I'll be okay. There, I don't think, like, making it to the supermarket, I wouldn't have fucking, no. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Yes, this is the new apartment. Oh my God, Dad. Any recommendations for Hakone? I don't know, Dad. That's such a big question. Also, when I went to sit down at the computer, by my feet, I realized there was a bucket. Because I was going to take this with me in the ambulance. Because I picked it up and Natasha was like, what is that? And I was trying to do this. And I was like, I'm going to throw up in this. She was like, no, we're gonna get you a bag. And I was like, but my bucket. She got me a bag instead. Because I would have had to leave the hospital with this bucket. That would have been... Bucket is superior, I think. But I forgot about it. I just threw it in the office. And then it was under... That was loud. It was under the desk. You got it. Yeah. Folding bucket. My bucket.
Go back! I want to be monkey!
Oh, they got me. I'm not even thinking about my foot. Foot is okay. My knees are fucked. I don't know what has happened. I don't know if it's because I'm not moving around as much as I have been, or maybe it's my couch or something. My knees are like mincemeat. I do not know what is up with my knees. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, too much elevator. I have started taking the stairs because apparently going up and down stairs is good for getting rid of kidney stones. Alright, we're doing this. What speed would you like? Countess move? What would you like? What do you want? Regular? In the next hour? It'll be because of Paul Jennings.
Go back! I want to be monkey!
I'm not gonna pass it on stream. I'm not gonna be around for a super long time, by the way. I just wanted to say hi and chat for a bit. Just to let you know. Yeah, why haven't we figured out kidney stone shit yet? Why haven't we figured out a little pill that just gets rid of kidney stones? There's a pill that can dilate your urinary tract to help pass it. I have not passed the kidney stones. But yeah, I mean, we'll see, because yeah, I had a lot of people say that they passed theirs within like 3-ish days after the big pain. Mine's just taking a long time, so I'm like... So... And just the nausea, like... Kicking my ass. So, we'll see what happens at the specialist. Oh, God. Yeah, kidney stones are like a little geode. Little sharp edge evil little guy. Magic school bus can go and investigate. I wish. With friends? No way. Yeah. Meant to get surgery using a tool to suck up kidney stones was inserted in the back after suffering for 2 weeks. Yeah, so that's why I want to go get checked out. But my size should be able to pass, but it's just not passing. So we'll see. I'll go talk to a specialist tomorrow. See what they say. See if they're like, yeah, we're gonna do surgery, or we're gonna blast him, or we're gonna send you home again. Oh. Yeah, this stone is hanging around way too long. I have shit to do. I have a life I want to live. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's other things, like, I wanted to make content with Natasha. And I have a video to edit. And I'm just like... So, I don't have tickets to Disneyland, but I do already have tickets to Disney Sea. They don't have Big Thunder Mountain, but they do have a variety of roller coasters and drops and stuff. So if I can get my nausea under control, I'm gonna go on roller coasters on Friday, but we'll see. Yeah, So kidney stones is kind of random. You know, there are people who drink nothing but soda and they don't have any issues. There are people that smoke and they don't get a lung cancer. You know, I mean, you still shouldn't smoke. But it's different for everybody. Sometimes it's hereditary. Sometimes it's too much calcium. Sometimes it's too many oxalates. It's too much sodium. It depends. But yeah, just gonna go see a professional, see if we can find out what it is specifically for my side of things. Yeah. Because I don't want to have to cut out every single thing that it might possibly be. That would be really sad. And like sodium, I don't know. I really. Yeah, it can be so many things. So many things. And yeah, kids can get kidney stones. You know, it's one in 10 women can get kidney stones. It's the. These fucking oxalates. Yeah. Yeah, but once you have them once, you are more likely to have them again. So, yeah, I mean, I will be doing what I can to avoid having them in the future. But I don't want to talk about it on stream. Be like, I'm gonna try this, and then if somebody sees me not doing that, be like, hey, shouldn't you be doing this? You know, I don't want anybody to be involved in any of that shit. That's for me to do and work through. So, hi Nesiad, welcome. Been having stones since I was 20. They fucking suck. They suck. I do not envy you, because now I'm going through it too. They're awful. / serious. Or is it / sarcasm? I don't know what the slashes mean. I should really find out. Is serious SRS? Or is / S sarcasm? You're breathing wrong. / serious is so funny. Because I read that, if it was / serious, then I'd read that as sarcasm, right? Bye bye, sweet as L. Have a great rest of your day at work. 21 stones. Holy shit. 21? Okay, tell me what do you do to pass them? What's been working for you? I'm drinking a fuck ton of lemon water. 21 is fucking crazy. Stopped going to the hospital years ago. Did you still have that like intense pain at the start? Go on, 21 roller coasters. You just keep telling me I'll get kidney stones since I only drink soda. Maybe I would care if I had them, but for now I'm all good. I'll just stick to what makes me happy. I mean, it's your life. I don't have a say over that. 21's crazy. You're gonna hate this, but they're vastly different. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Last one I hallucinated, it was so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was the worst ever. God. I'm so scared. I'm so scared that it's like, this is gonna be a part of life. Because most of the people that message me are like, I've passed 10, I've passed 3, I've passed 20, you know. I'm like, oh my god, what's it gonna be like? Are there any parts of your body that are healthy and not causing you any problems? My hands are pretty good. Hands are good. I don't want to jinx it, but my hands are nice. They're doing great. I think my liver's fine. I can breathe, but I do sometimes have allergies. I can hear fine. I do have a little bit of tinnitus, but just a little bit. My hands are gonna melt at 30. God damn it. Past 4 in 2 weeks, my first time. Been slowing down a ton the last 5 years. I'm glad they're slowing down. Holy crap. That's so intense. Some I barely noticed though. I appreciate that. Hoping that we'll see what it's like for me. Because you can also get them from exercising too much or exercising too little. You know, it's like there's so many different causes. It was water. I drink a ton. Like water. Oh, so drinking. You started drinking more water. Oh, God. Has your nausea ever been bad with them? I know it's different for everyone, but my nausea's been crazy with it. I literally pee more than anyone I know. I'm sick of getting up multiple times in the night to go and pee through a sieve. Try to get stuff so done. Heard you can get them for being too cool. I like that. I guess that's what happened to me. Yeah, your plants start turning brown, could be underwatering, could be overwatering. It's like, yeah. I've thrown up because of the pain. I pee every night at like 2 or 3 a.m. Yeah, I threw up. I threw up from the pain a week ago when it happened. Yeah. But then, because I made like a cheese sauce for this pasta, the scent of that sauce fucked me up. Trying to, like, you know, I got it in the bin, I got it out of there, but then it was in the sink and trying to get rid of the... what the hell's the Skywalk? Hey, my dad wants recommendations for Hakone. I mean, that's a whole fucking trip. That's a whole ass trip. Pirate ship is cool. Ride. On their way to Hakone, do you have any recommendations? What do you mean? I asked last night, do you need recommendations? And he was like, nah. And I was like, okay. Come on now. Okay. Going to Owakudani is great. It's the but there, kidney stones. What else? There's a Hakone train game. What? What the heck? Bye, Anime Wings. Thank you. I hope it passes too. That cut out so early. Yeah. Yeah, so many people recommended taking a bath and drinking like 12 beers. I was like... And then other people are recommending don't drink alcohol. Don't drink any alcohol, don't drink any caffeine. So I'm like, do I drink 12 beers or no alcohol? What should it be? You can get there via... Okay. So, and some people like drink green tea, drink coffee, and some people like no caffeine, no coffee. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. But it's like, it's hard to live life normally with the nausea. That's the one thing that I'm like having a really rough time with. Yeah, I'm like, and then also people like don't eat anything with salt in it until this is, don't eat anything with salt until the stone passes. I'm like, stones can form from sodium, but eating no salt is so sad. Like, I'm doing very low salt right now, but it's like, there's just so many, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, also some people like, you need to be eating salt and electrolytes because of how much water you're drinking. And I'm like, guys, you're so brave talking about health problems on the internet. Brave or stupid? Yeah. Filter out the noise. Live your life with your new stone friend. My friend. Always with me. Yeah. I mean, I I agree with the lemon water and drinking a lot of water to help the stone pass. I'm incredibly hydrated. The movement sounds right. I've heard a lot of people talking about movement. I haven't seen anyone say lie still, stand still. I've read about it, so I'm doing lots of movement, drinking lots of water, having lemon, and just trying to ride it out, basically. I'm peeing in a sieve so that I can collect the stone and give it to the doctor and be like, tell me about it. What does it mean? If they can even tell me. Yeah. So I'll definitely need refilling if you're chugging tons of water. Yeah. So I'm like, I should probably go out and buy like an electrolyte drink as well. But it's such a mess. 172,155 stones from a patient's left kidney during a 3-hour surgery. That's truly inconceivable. It must have just been full of gravel. Piece of life. Number one cause of kidney stones is cool new apartment. Suck to suck. This is what I get. Come on. Yeah, that's everybody's. Well, a lot of people have been like, are you peeing in the sieve that the doctor gave you? And the doctor did not give me a sieve, so I've had to find my own sieve. Luckily I have a small one. Imagine having, the only other sieve I have is like a big sieve. Imagine having to deal with that. There's a tiny one. And I'm peeing in it. And that's terrible. And I'm like, if I go to Disney Sea, if the nausea is under control, do I really have to fucking bring my sieve? And what do I do? What do I do with that? Like, how do I do that? I don't want to do that. I don't want to fucking do that. It's 172,155 stones. You're not removing the stones from the patient, you're removing the patient from the stones. A cheesecloth. It's fucking awful. Yeah, but then I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so done. I'm so done. I've had so much fun. It's just been the funnest time ever. You have constant pain in my kidney area as a thumb size rock grew bigger and bigger. Oh my god. God. For a year? That's terrifying. The Disney branded urine sieves are so overpriced. Yeah, you gotta bring it from home. I'm not paying those park prices. But they do have some good collectible characters. Get the Jasmine sieve. The Rapunzel sieve. They do have the limited edition Frozen sieve right now. Instead of Let It Go, they're singing Get It Out. Get it out, get it out. Get out the stone from my kidney. Stupid. My husband has chronic kidney disease. He uses disposable sieves from Amazon, designed for catching stones. Food LA Gamer, thank you so much for subscribing 6 months in advance. Thank you. Disney P sieves now on sale for $59.99. Hello, father. You see, if I was there, I'm a great tour guide. I know my shit. They're traveling with 8 people. 8 people. It's chaos. I mean, there's part of me that's kind of like glad that I don't have to deal with an 8 people group. But I would be there like, go here, grab this, do that, you know. I can get people what they need because I know the areas. But like, this is a big fucking squad. This huge. It's a huge amount of people. Too many, one might argue. But it's okay, I can keep taking breaks because I can't go out. I can go out, but the nausea just hits me like a truck. It's so bad. But, yeah. There's also one of the people visiting. She is a doctor and has a bunch of meds on her, and one of them is the nausea relief medicine that she gives to her patients who have kidney stones. But I'm worried about taking it before I go to the specialist, because I don't know if that medication is allowed in Japan or if it is approved, or like, I don't know, you know, if they're like, okay, we'll put you on these meds, what are you taking right now? Be like, I'm taking this other medication that you can't get here. Like, I don't want to fuck with that. So I'm gonna just not take it, which sucks because I have access to the nausea relief for kidney stones. But I'll wait until after the specialist and see what happens. I'm taking a felony? Ooh. What? Yeah, the nausea is crazy. It's so evil. Oh god. It's gone on for so long. Yeah, 6 people is huge. 8 people is stupid. Dad was like, I'm visiting. I'm like, great. He's like, and I'm bringing these people. I was like, okay, we can make that work. And these people are now coming. Okay. That's a lot of people. Oh, and these people are coming now. I'm like, Tell them not to come. That's a bad idea. So ginger ale, I have had some ginger ale and it helped. And then heaps of people were like, you shouldn't be drinking soda. Do not drink soda right now. I'm like, everything. I'm not allowed to have anything. Anything. Somebody literally was like, don't eat, just drink cucumber water. I'm like, don't eat. Hello, Mario. I worry about him. Yeah, literally, I told him, because I was like, yeah, I'm happy to show you guys around, it'll be great. And then the more people came, I told him, I was like, Dad, if they're also coming, I can't actually be there to help out. I can organize a few dinners maybe, because everywhere you're gonna want to eat, you're gonna need to book ahead. Like, and he's like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to organize anything. And then, you know, everybody arrives, and I go see them, and I'm like, hey, and they're like, hey, so what are we doing for dinner? I'm like, 8 people on a Sunday night. Hey, so what are we gonna do? 8 people on a Sunday night. And everybody's grumpy from a flight, everybody's hungry. I'm like, yeah. You fuckers. Every time. Yeah, they don't have to deal with kidney stones. But then, you know, I can be like, guys, I can't come out, I have fucking kidney stones. But also, like, I do want to go out. I do want to hang out with them, but I just feel so fucked. You know? 6 people in a restaurant without reservations, not so easy in Japan. I would not do 8. Yeah, but I managed it, because I'm goated. But then, you know, it's like, it's too loud in the restaurant for someone. Or the other night I took them to okonomiyaki and the smoke was too much. Or they don't have what they're looking for. Or the flavor's weird. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. It was terrible. I should just take them to Caesarea. God, I want to go to fucking Caesarea. No, I don't. I haven't, part of me gets hungry and then part of me is just not hungry at all. It's so frustrating. So my kidney stones are quite interested in how Japan handles them since I've been hospitalized for them several times. Yeah, so basically TLDR, got an ambulance because the pain was so bad. It took them a long time to give me strong enough painkillers. They took a CT scan, did like a pee test to see if I was pregnant and stuff. Because they were like, maybe she's giving birth. And then they found the stones in the CT scan. They took a long time administering different levels of painkillers until I got to a level where I could go to sleep. So it took about 5 hours to get the right level of painkillers. I was then hospitalized overnight so I could sleep. The next day they were like, yeah, you're pretty much good. You can stay if you want, but you can also go home. I ended up going home that night, and they gave me some painkillers, but not very strong. They did not work very well, so I had to go to the doctor and get different painkillers that actually do work. And now it's still not passing, so I'm going to a specialist tomorrow. So that's the vibe. That's what they've done. And yeah, all the hospitalization and medicines and everything cost me 28,000 yen, like 280 Australian dollars, which is really low. I'm pretty happy with it. Summers, hello. How are you? How's life? My goodness, it's been ages. You're catching me at a bad time while I'm all kidney stoned up. But good to see you. How's it going? Oh, I've run out of water. I also will not be around for too much longer. I have to go and try to get some food in my body. It's not really a why. Kidney stones can happen for many, many different reasons. I had someone message me and they're like, so what in Japan causes kidney stones? And I'm like, in Japan, I feel like it's not like a country specific thing. Moral failings. Kidney stones can be caused by genetics, sodium, oxalates, calcium, soft drinks, exercising too much, exercising too little. Huge, it's a skill issue basically. Terry, thank you for gifting a sub to Summers. Yay. I can understand the pregnancy test. The sister of a co-worker thought she was having stones or something similar, but 20 minutes later she got a baby. Never missed a period. Didn't take weight much. Broke up with a boyfriend 8 months ago. That's crazy. Yeah, that always scares me. Because it's like, you know, people get pregnant and they don't even know. They don't know until the baby's there. Like, that would be so scary. That would be awful. Number 3 cause of kidney stones in Canada? Interest in dinosaurs. That checks out. It's a fracture of the kidney bone. Yeah, secret baby would be, that would just be terrifying. God. Yeah, I mean, honestly, thank God it was a kidney stone. Even though the pain was truly awful. Yeah. That'd be fucked up. A shrine? A shrine for kidney stones? I hope so. I'd go pray at it. The kidney stone shrine. Dehydration. Yes, not drinking enough water is another thing. Beefarino, thank you so much for the sub. You know, I had a lot of people saying, Emma, you should be drinking more water. Emma, you shouldn't be eating so many oxalates. Emma, you should be eating less salt. You know, it's gonna be one thing. I'm gonna go on my own journey and figure it out, but I'm not gonna cut out every single thing that is supposed to be cut out if I cover every single thing, because my life's gonna get very sad. So I'm just gonna go get the stone tested, hopefully, see how things go, and just do my own care in what I think I need to be improving in. But that aspect, I ain't sharing that shit. That's my own journey. Her parents had to buy clothes and everything while she was staying in the hospital. That would be so crazy. Kidney stone. That's actually crazy. Oh my god. I found an old inexplicable Tory gate in my little Irish town. What the heck? I did not see that. I didn't catch the stone and have the satisfaction of having analysed. Fingers crossed. I really wanted the satisfaction of telling that doctor that I had 3 kidney stones. The doctor that said that I would be in more pain if it was a kidney issue. Fucking piece of shit. He was literally like geriatric. The speed at which he spoke was the slowest thing I've ever experienced. Literally, I was in agony and it was like this. This is really boring, but like, I walked in, he was like, hello. I'm like, hi, how's it going? I sat down in insane pain. He was like, so, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm from Australia. Oh. Brisbane? I was like, yeah, Brisbane. Sorry, actually, he said Sydney. And I was like, oh, Brisbane. He was like, ah. So, you think you have a UTI? I was like, yep, I definitely have a UTI right now. Something's going on. Oh. Well, according to our test, you do have a UTI. I was like, yep, I know, you fucking piece of shit. It was seriously, he was so slow. And I was like, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna die. Literally, he looked like a character of a tortoise. Like, he had really long white hair. He was in a doctor's outfit. Really long white, like spindly Einstein-ish. Not Einstein. Just like kind of bald, and then like... I walked in, I thought it was a joke. Like, because I'd read reviews and people were like, either the doctor takes his time and really listens, or this doctor fucking sucks and he's so slow and he's very elderly. And I was like, let's see. And I opened the door. I was like, oh, fuck, dude. This guy is so old. I don't mind older doctors if they're going to be respectful and knowledgeable. But I feel like, you know, they've learnt their ways and they've learnt what they think is right from their experience. But times change, medicine changes. And I think women's pain should be fucking listened to. I think they should fucking ask, like, you know, just some stereotypical bullshit. So pissed. Yeah, I had the shakes when I was in the ambulance and when I was in the hospital. I was shaking a lot. When I was in the doctor trying to get in and my legs were shaking and I was just like gripping my hands and just sweat pouring off me. Like, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Those few times I thought I was gonna die. Yeah, I was like, what does death feel like? Because this, I can't tell what this is. I can't tell if this is... I'm like, I feel like I would feel my body leaving or something, but I was like, this is just pain. This doesn't feel like death, but pain can't be worse than this, so what is this? Yeah. I've met... Like I know an eye doctor who's a female. I go to a female eye doctor. But mostly I've seen male doctors here. There was that whole scandal, right, with that hospital, that medical school that was letting in mostly males, and like their test scores, if they were male and they scored a certain thing, they'd get in, but if women scored it, they wouldn't get in. They'd have to score higher. Or some bullshit. It was crazy. It was like a few years ago. Dismissing female pain is the name of the game. So often. Plus we literally live with pain and have to be functional, so extra dismiss. Whee! Yeah, somebody messaged me and they had kidney stones, and at the hospital, one of the doctors was like, I think you're just having a bad period. I would have done something drastic. Walking and drinking copious amounts of water work to pass kidney stones. It can help. Every kidney stone's different from what I'm learning. I am drinking amounts of water that make me hate water. I fucking hate water right now. I hate it so much. I'm drinking copious amounts of water. I hate it. I'm moving around and walking and going up and down stairs and dancing and trying to get it. Yeah, a little bit of lemon in there. Yeah, that's the thing. People say have salt. People say you shouldn't be eating any salt. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. Yeah, but I think I do need like some electrolyte drink or something. I get a lot of fucking water. I think most of my doctors here have been female. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, mostly it might have been male. Would like a few more female doctors. But yeah. Grab a game of fuel. Yeah. I am gaming. I'm playing Switch, which has been fun. Having a good time. Yeah. Still need sodium, just not too much, not too little. Yeah. They're just having a bad period when they get uppity. Yeah. Yes, Bakari Sweat is an electrolyte drink. I saw your video on moving. Now you got kidney stones. Does the universe ever give you a break? No, boob. It does not. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what it is. I woke up in a lot of pain night before last night at like 3 a.m. and I just cried. Cause I was like, what the fuck has been happening? Like, I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm really tired. I'm done with the pain. So, but I'm not having pain right now, which is great, which is why I'm on stream. But, yeah. So I was having a UTI, they choose a female doctor to see me. Yeah. When I was in Australia, going to doctors and stuff, they always said if they were doing something related to seeing body parts, like when they did a mole check, and they had to check like my boobs for moles and stuff, the male doctor was like, do you want a female nurse to be present while I do this? And I'm like, that's fucking good. And then yeah, there was a female doctor. She did a thing when I was in Australia, and she was also like, do you want another nurse to be present while I do this? And I guess they like legally have to ask that now. And I'm like, that's fucking nice. I like that. Actually, the janitor was outside while I've been streaming. He did some sweeping. I don't know if I'm the right person to talk to about moving to Japan if you have medical issues and chronic pain. I know Martina King Kogi, she has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and she lives in Japan. So yeah, I think checking out her content and seeing if there's anything there. For me, oh, you do watch it too? Nice. Yeah, for me, it's difficult if you don't speak the language. There are places that will speak English and you can do your best, but there's that fear of like, am I missing something? Is something not being conveyed properly? The pain relief here is generally a bit weaker than overseas. Oh wait, did Martina just move back to Canada? Actually, I had no idea. Yeah, work's been very understanding. They've been great. I had no idea. Wow. Huh. Well, I'm glad that she came back to Japan and got to have her own experience here. Yeah, that's understandable. A lot of people move back to be closer to family. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, medical fees are generally pretty cheap here, but I'm not sure. They might also... Oh god. I'm not sure their knowledge on different things here, like different disorders and things. I don't know. I don't think I'm the best person to... Yeah. Get the bucket. It's right here. Fold it up. Sorry for all that sound. That was super loud. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I need to go make some breakfast, which is cool because I actually want to eat, which is very rare. My last surgery for a kidney stone was 12,000. Jesus Christ, that's so much money. Yeah, that's one thing I'm always grateful for here is none of these medical procedures, even though traumatic and shit. Black Geologist, thank you so much. Thank you for the 33 bucks. Thank you.
Hope you pass them soon, that this is the end of your bad luck.
Thank you, me too. Me too. I got high hopes for the living. Everyone's styling, I wanna get admitted. It's a fire, don't a pity. High hopes. Outdoctrination, analyze and optimize Twitter about kidney stones. I don't know if there's much more I can learn than where I already have, but I'll take it. Wouldn't it be funny if this isn't even like a kidney stone thing and they're just promoting someone else? You never know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, a lot of, like, scrolling through, there's, like, some people recommended putting apple cider vinegar in drinks and stuff because it has the citrates needed to help dissolve or lessen kidney stones. But other than that, you know, just scrolling through, it's... Yeah, I mean, I'm not really on Twitter. But there seems like there's a lot of buzzwords here on this Twitter. You know, there's some things that clearly it's like, yeah, that sounds good. But like, ice cream is a health food. In 2018, a strong association between ice cream consumption and protection from heart disease. I'm like, I don't think I want to be reading all this stuff. I'm not gonna take medical advice from a Twitter account. Mardi Gras, thank you so much for the 31 months. But yeah, I don't think there's anything that's like gonna truly like, this is the actual cure for kidney stones 100%. It's gonna zap them right now, other than the actual zapper, which you have to get. Yeah, it's written by a 6-year-old who's like, hey guys, ice cream's medical food. Medical food? Health food. My brain has not been working super well. Yeah, I mean, cranberry juice apparently is good, but then also some people say it's not even a thing. I'm gonna head out, feel better. Sorry I missed you, Summers. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, brain stones. Not gonna take medical advice from Twitter's energy. We need more of in 2024. Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm gonna take the hundreds of messages I've received about kidney stones. I'm gonna take the general run through, which is also supported by other articles that I've read, where it's like, just drink fucking water and put some lemon juice in it. And move around. Get some movement in there. But, I mean, there's a bunch of, like, the person who's like, don't eat anything, just drink cucumber water. I'm like, I'm gonna eat, dude. I think it's good for me to eat. I don't want to go to the hospital and then be like, you're not doing well. You have no food in your system. My urologist was like, yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you're just more prone to them. Yeah, a lot of people really want to know the reasons why things happen because we're humans and we want to be able to prevent it ourselves. Like, I used to think like it all the time. If somebody got sick or something, I'd be like, oh, that's because they're drinking this and eating this, and I don't do that, so that'll never happen to me. People, when someone dies, people will be like, oh, how did they die? There's always kind of, I feel like this notion of wanting to know why something happened so that we know for the future for ourselves so we can avoid it. But sometimes shit just happens. Sometimes shit just happens. And there's some random reasons and you don't really know why. Cucumber water is nice. Maybe an idea to make your water consumption more palatable. Yeah, but I'm still gonna eat as well. I do cucumber water, but apparently lemon's good, but then they're like, don't drink too much lemon water because then that can hurt your teeth. I'm like, okay. Yeah, we're just trying to protect ourselves. There are members in my family who are very like, well, I do this and I do that, so it's not gonna happen to me. And I'm like, sometimes shit just happens. Try putting a little hamburger in your water. Hamburger water. Yeah. I can say from a friend's experience that drinking energy drinks every day for a year can give you kidney stones. Well, you say that, and then there was another person in chat who drinks soft drink every day and has never had a kidney stone, even though everyone says to them you're gonna have kidney stones. I'm not saying that I don't need to change anything. I'm not saying that I'm gonna live life exactly the same or like, you know, I'm gonna find a way forward that's gonna be possibly help me not get kidney stones again. But I don't think that, yeah, I just think there's so many things where like, you got it because you did this, because you did that. It's like, you know, yeah, I don't drink energy drinks. I just don't like the taste of them. And caffeine makes me go and so yeah, but I got kidney stones. Yeah. I can't avoid the unavoidable. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I can do general things in my life to be like, okay, let me just live a little bit more like this and see how that goes. But I don't want to be cutting out everything that people have told me to cut out, because then I won't eat anything. I was drinking 3 cans of Mountain Dew a day. I never had one. I got them when I switched to water. That's the thing, right? As well, because they can also form years ago, and you don't know, and then they come out and you're like, oh, what have I been doing that's caused this? And it's like they can take years to form. So I'm like, is this something that happened that I changed years ago? You know, it's everybody wants to know why, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. You know, everybody wants to know why cancers get caused. This causes cancer, this causes cancer, this causes cancer. It's like sometimes people just get cancer. Not saying kidney stone is compared to cancer at all, but you know, there's just sometimes things just fucking happen. So, Uncle got cancer 5 years after quitting smoking. Yeah, it can be really unfair. Should have kept smoking. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all that polonium, just bowls of it. Life causes death, exactly. And people are scared of it and they want to know why. It's like, I don't know. I'm just some chick with kidney stones who's peeing through a sieve and going to Disney Sea on Friday if she can to go on a roller coaster to try to pee out these kidney stones. That's all I am right now. That's my entire personality. My personality is gone. I miss doing things I love. I'm just existing until this pain is like gone. But hopefully nausea can go away and I can go on a roller coaster. Anyway, I'm going. Goodbye. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I'm gonna go lie on the couch for a little bit and then I'll do a little dance. Do a little dance. I'm gonna go make some boiled vegetables. Yum yum. But I might add a little bit of salt because I have been drinking a fuck ton of water. Yeah, I hope the nausea chills out too. It's been good this morning. We've been doing well. It's been nice. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on what is going on. I'll let you know if I pass it. I'll let you know. Could be fun, could be cool. But yeah, thanks you guys. Yeah, a little solidarity dance. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I can catch the stone. That'd be great. All right, goodbye everybody. Have a great rest of your day and night and have a great weekend. Wait, no, it's Wednesday. Fuck. Okay, goodbye everybody. Yeah, Jade is good. You're being way too much. Get the fuck out of here. All right, thank you. I hope things get better too. I'll see you guys again soon. Goodbye.